Hello everybody, welcome, or if you have been here before, welcome back. I hope you're gonna enjoy this video. In this video, I'll be doing a book unhaul because recently I have bought quite a lot of books. My TBR is overflowing with books right now, my physical TBR and my ebook TBR. So, that means we're doing a book unhaul of the books that I'm gonna sell on Vinted because it is necessary. It is very much necessary. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you the books that I'll be unhauling and I'll be going to enjoy. Once in a while, I'll just like to go through my bookshelves and see and look at the books that I'm not sure I want to read again or I'm not sure I want to keep. And I'm just like, maybe I could sell them and get actual money out of it and buy new books from that money. So that is what happened this time. But this time it was like an overflow of books. And I already sold a lot of this stack, and I'm just excited to show them to you because it's exciting. It's very exciting. So I'm gonna show you the books, and I'm gonna start at the top of the stack and go down from this. Go down. I do want to mention I just dropped this stack. I was scared for my life for a moment. I had my heart stopped for a second there because I dropped the books, and I was like, oh my god, I already sold those. What if they were damaged when I let them fall? But they weren't damaged, so I'm really glad about that. Anyways, that's just something that I wanted to share. Let's start with the first book, Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. I own quite a lot of Colleen Hoover books. I own 14, counting this one and the other one here too. And I simply did not enjoy this one. I debated on giving this 2.75 stars because I hated where the story was going, where the characters were going. And the characters had developed, but not in a good way. They developed in the bad sense. And they got revenge, or kind of like one of the characters decided to get revenge on her mother. And it was just in such a disgusting way, and I hated it. So I'm getting rid of this one because I did not like this character. The story was fine. Like, I gave it 3 stars. I ended up giving it 3 stars, but the characters were like, one of these characters made me so angry, made me so pissed. I was like, no, I cannot do this. So this is like not something that I want to keep because I will not see myself reading this in the near future or something like that. So let's get rid of it. Okay, so I have already sold Regretting You by Colleen Hoover for €4.50. So I got some money now. It was very cheap on Amazon, so I decided I'm just going to put it out there for €4.50, and I sold it the same day that I put it on there. So next book is Maybe Someday, also by Colleen Hoover. This book dealt with some tropes that I was like not accepting, I guess. I was reading it and I was like, oh wow, this is a good book, but then I figured out that something was happening that was not okay, and it kept going on with it, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm not into this. So I'm getting rid of it because I was not into the tropes, into the situation that was going on here. And I really felt like the victim of this situation was very understanding and not, well, she could have just been not understanding and it would have been fine too. So I feel bad for the victim, like really, really bad. But yeah, that's why I'm getting rid of it. I also give this book 3 stars. I do have like kind of a rule, which I forgot to mention. If a book is 3.75 stars or lower, I'm getting rid of it. Or if a book is like 4 stars or higher, I'll get rid of it if I really want to get rid of it. Because I have a book on the stack that I gave 4 stars, which was a good book, but it was like a low 4 stars, so I'm like, I do not want to keep it, so I'm getting rid of it. I'm not getting rid of all of the books that are lower than 3.75 stars, but most of them I am getting rid of. Because I need to clear up some space on my shelves, you know. Got that out of the way. Next one. This is like a maybe case. Because I'm not sure, I haven't put it on Vinted yet, because I'm not sure I want to actually sell it. Because I do own the second book, and I enjoyed the second book way more than I did this book. It's Crave by Tracy Wolff. I would have not hesitated to sell this book if the second book hadn't been the type of book that it was, because you could see a lot of development in the second book. But in this book, it was just a little bit ridiculous, a little bit crazy, a little bit quirky, a little bit silly, and I did not like that. It was very amateur-like. So I want to get rid of this, but I'm not entirely sure if I am getting rid of it, because I did like the second book, as I mentioned, and maybe I want to keep it just for the sake of keeping it. And I have another reason why I want to sell it, because they do not have, in the Netherlands, they do not have the paperback of the third book in the series. I'm not sure if they have, like, somewhere around the world, but they do not have that in the Netherlands, and it's annoying the crap out of me. So I'm not sure how to continue the series anyway. Like, it was good, but I think I'm keeping it as it is right now. The first one is the Spanish Love Deception. The second one is the American Roommate Experiment. Ooh, wow. Yeah, I'm getting rid of this. I gave this one 3.5 stars and this one 3.75 stars, so 3.75 stars. And I enjoyed these just fine. This one was a little too long, so I gave 3.5 stars, and I didn't feel like a lot was happening. But this one was like good. It was better than the Spanish Love Deception was, in my opinion. I really liked it, and I was confused why I gave 3.75 stars, but I think it's because I just simply do not enjoy the way that this author writes her books, and that is a me problem and not the author's problem or anyone else's problem. Because I felt crazy chemistry between these two characters. They were like, this sexual chemistry, but the chemistry overall was just amazing. But I'm still getting rid of it. I have also already sold these two as a whole for €8.50. Okay, this is like an unpopular book, I would say. Like the book that was written in the same universe was pretty popular around the book talk community because I found it on book talk. But it's Princess of Souls by Alexandra Christo. Did I pronounce that right? I'm not sure. So this book was fun, but it didn't have a lot of depth in it, and I really like books that have a lot of deep going storytelling into it, but this just felt surface level. So I'm getting rid of it because it felt surface level. And the romance in this, like there was romance in this, and it just felt like the characters had no chemistry at all. Like they just were friend-like, in my opinion, and I wasn't surprised that they ended up together, I guess, but I was surprised that the level of their relationship, of their communication and stuff, and how their chemistry worked, hadn't developed. Well, their relationship status had. So I'm getting rid of this. So, next one is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. This is a book that I really enjoyed. I really did enjoy. I gave 4 stars. But the thing is, I still do not want to keep it. I do not know why, honestly, but I just don't know how I want to keep it. It's like the story was very interesting. I liked where the story was going. The plot twist I did not expect at all. Like I was so flabbergasted, but it was a really good book. But I think the plot twist made the 4 stars like 4-star worthy. The plot twist made the book 4-star worthy. Why did it take so long to say that? It was a good book. I would really recommend it still, but I just do not want to keep it. And I need to get rid of some books eventually, and this is one of those. I already sold it. Did I mention that already? I already sold it for €4. This is a book that I haven't sold yet. It's House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. I started this book. I think it was in the beginning of this month. I got up to page 170 in one day, and then I just didn't pick it up again. And I was like, why did I even take the time reading this 170 pages while I was so not enjoying this book? Like, it was boring. I was just not enjoying this book. And I know that if I had finished this book, I would have probably ended the book with a bang and a 1 or 2 star rating. So I'm getting rid of it, and I hope I can make someone happy with it. These pages are slightly yellowed. I do not know if you can see that, but it's still in very good condition, if I must say. All right, this is also a series, but it's a 3-book series, and they're all connected. Where the Spanish Love Deception and American Roommate Experiment were like interconnected, if that's how you call it, or like connected in a way where the characters know each other, but the plot doesn't follow the same plot as in the previous books. This really follows the story. It's connected in the sense that you have to read them in order because otherwise you will not understand the books. So it's The False Prince, The Runaway King, and The Shadow Throne. I really did enjoy these books. I gave this one 3.25 stars or 3.25 stars. This one I gave 4 stars, which is pretty high. But this was like the end of it. I gave this one 3 stars. Like, I was like, no. I haven't finished the series yet. I do not own the whole series, and I will not be planning on reading the whole series. Because I just simply did not enjoy the last book, and that was like the last drop for me. Because it's a fine series, but it's just not for me, I guess. But the books are pretty. So I hope we can make someone happy with it, I guess. Story was very, very good, though. But the execution of it, not to my liking. These are the last 2 books. Wow, I was like, I think it happened more often in this video. Next 2 books. It's 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. And The Dragon's Promise, also by Elizabeth Lim. I have already sold these books for €8.50, and I bought The Dragon's Promise. Well, my mom gifted it to me for Christmas. And I read it around that time. I think I read it in January something. And it was disappointing. And I didn't expect the ending. The ending was spectacular. But the book for the rest was bland for my liking. And I heard a lot of people say that, and they agreed. But I still think that a lot of people would like this book. And The 6 Crimson Cranes was epic. It was really awesome. I really enjoyed my time reading it, and I would want to read it once upon a time. But since I did not like The Dragon's Promise, I'm not as excited as I was before, concept-wise of reading it. Yeah, wow. I think you understood me. I think you didn't. So, those were all the books that I wanted to show to you, that I wanted to speak about, that I wanted to talk about, and I hope you enjoyed. I'm actually sending these books to their new owners today. And yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you maybe got something out of this. Maybe if you want to buy any of these books that I spoke to you about that I haven't already sold, you could contact me and ask me what my Vinted is, and I'll contact you back. So, hope you enjoyed. Hope you're gonna watch more of me. Hope you're gonna enjoy watching more of me. And for now, all I have to say is goodbye and see you later. So, bye.